Welcome to day 3 of our Google Apps class. This week we've been working on mind maps using a piece of an application, software application called Mind Maps. It works through Google. Works very well through Google. So what did we do on Monday? Anybody remember? Okay, so on Monday we learned about mind maps. We got our mind map created, our account set up, or we got it loaded on our machine as an extension, right? Or as an application, I should say, as an application. Now note, mind maps you can also have on your desktop. Okay, no eating over here. You can also have it on your desktop, which means you can access it when you're not online. You go to their website and you download the file, the program. Okay, now, it doesn't automatically go to your Google Drive. I think there's a thing you have to do to save it to your Google Drive. It's kind of designed for if you're not online, the desktop version. The logo, the icon looks almost exactly the same. So you could be in the wrong one. You don't, if you're online, you want to be in the online version. You don't want to be on the non-online version. Okay, so Monday we got our mind map set up as an app and connected to our Google account. Yesterday we enabled collaboration. Now, who remembers what we had to do that?
Collaboration. We had to do our projects.
Okay, so what do?
You go to share, you open up a document, you go to share.
Start a mind map.
Oh, mind map?
Yeah.
And then you share that says collaboration.
Correct.
Then
Collaboration.
you add collaborators.
And what does it not say?
What does it not say?
Yeah. Prestidigitation.
Best friend.
Okay. It says collaboration. Okay, so we go to collaboration, and then what do you have to do?
Invite collaborators to your
Okay, and how do you invite collaborators?
Email address.
You put in their email address, right? Okay. And then the collaborators, how do they know they're included?
They get invited.
click on who's online.
They get invited. They
How do you get invited?
It really starts with one person who creates the map,
Right?
and then he has a list of names. He sends out all the emails to that certain group of people.
Okay,
and
so
they
hold on.
respond.
So when you enter under collaborators, right? Click on collaborate, and then you enter their email address. Do they get an email?
Yes, and it goes to their drive.
Okay, so it goes to their drive. Now, where do they find it on the drive?
Incoming.
Under incoming, right? Okay. And there is an email with a link to it?
Yes.
Okay. And so that's how easy it is to share, right?
Yes.
To collaborate. Now, when you're collaborating in mind maps, is it the same as collaborating in docs?
No. Yes, but you can't chat. There's no chat box, but it's basically the same.
Okay, now I thought it wasn't the same in that in docs you can see what other people are
You
typing.
can't see what
I can see what people is doing because when people like say it might start working, instead of like dots where they show the line, it shows their picture.
Yeah.
It shows their profile
Go.
picture, and you can see them doing whatever they're doing.
You can see it in live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to refresh.
No.
Okay, I thought you had to
And
refresh.
it pops up when it finishes. You can see like the
So it's automatic.
sibling
Right.
pop
So I
up.
can see Mike. If Mike's working on it, I can see his picture.
On the node that he's working on?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, is there revisions? So one of the issues we had in docs, right, was somebody starts doing something, somebody else undoes it, and then there's the revision control.
No, it's not there.
They have an undo button. Just like.
But if Mike does something, can you undo what he did?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Can you undo what Mike did?
yeah, but I'm not that type of team leader. I just
Like I could change like all the nodes to a color that I want.
Right, that's part of collaboration.
right.
But can one person undo what somebody else did?
No.
We're gonna test that out.
You would think.
We'll get back.
Yeah, because you can delete a node.
Yes, because there's an editing feature.
Okay. So it's not that if somebody does something, it's like docs. If you create a doc and I'm sharing it with you, I can delete what you did.
Yeah.
Okay. But there's no revision control.
No.
We can't see who deleted it.
No.
Okay. So, but that's not one of the major important things. Being able to collaborate, right, is much better than being able to collaborate. The ability to be able to collaborate is very important, right? Because it makes it fast. Okay. So, yes.
In order to collaborate where you can see what somebody's saying, couldn't you just leave a note open with a note for that one group? Go in the notes and put your notes there to ask questions.
So this is like for chat?
Yeah.
Okay, so Norm says, could you have a note that's called chat?
You got to do it through Hangouts.
Well, let's think about this. Could you have a node that's called chat? You click on the paper clip,
Yeah.
and then you just start typing notes back and forth to people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
but
do
you
that.
got to remember to check.
Right.
Okay. So you could do that. An easier way is probably just to open Hangouts.
Right.
Have a Hangout. And how would you launch Hangouts?
Go to Google Plus, type their name in Hangouts.
Okay. So do you know how to do that, Norm? Maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. And I know that you guys, maybe you sort of do, Renee, or Dan, or you don't, that's okay. You've got plenty of time, so you'll catch on. Just try your best to follow along. Okay, so then yesterday the idea was to work on a project collaboratively. And in LA, what everybody's going to do in California is to create a template for the employment planning, everybody's employment plan. So everybody knows what the employment plan is, well, everybody who's been here for more than 3 weeks. And so what I want to do is create a template to help people create their employment plan. So there would be a node that says maps, as an example. And then inside of there, the paperclip, you could have a link to your map, one for your calendar, a node for prospective employers, a node for your resumes, and just another way to help get the process of creating the employment plan together. Because I don't know in Google Docs, I mean in other Google apps, how there's an easy way to have a snapshot that you can look and say, okay, well, what's my employment plan? And you have a graphical thing that shows you what it is, versus in your mind having to say, okay, well, I need a map, I need a calendar, I need my resume, I need all of these things to make up my employment plan. So that's what they're going to do in California. Here, we're working on our projects. And so yesterday, we divided them up, and was anybody who was here yesterday not clear what project they're working on?
Oh, man, of course.
Well, you weren't here yesterday.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, that was a trick question. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now I know the people who weren't here yesterday don't know what we did. Okay. That I figured out. So for the people who were here yesterday that have their thing working, is any one of the 4 projects totally confused as what we're doing? Okay, you're totally confused. Which project are you on?
People of the Abyss.
Okay. Who else is People of the Abyss?
That's part of the thing I'm confused about. Who's on my team?
Okay, well, it was on the board
Mark's not
yesterday.
there either, so.
Okay, so it was on the board yesterday.
All you got to do is go to
Ray
your
and
Google
him,
Plus.
him and me. Okay.
You posted a picture
Of what?
of the
Oh, today's event, yeah. Today's event actually does have the picture. So if you go into Google Plus for today's event, it shows you who's on what team.
Oh, okay,
It's
cool.
hard to read, but yeah, Mark, Shannon, Ray, Mike, Dave, Abel.
Okay.
So is this Mike Hamilton?
No, Mike McGurl.
Mike McGurl.
You are.
I was on like 2 projects.
Yeah,
Well,
but-
you're on
yeah, but
People of
he's
the
on-
Abyss.
Yeah, but he's also on the other one.
Are you on Invino Veritas?
Yeah, so we kind of like got it.
Okay,
Not
so
very
he's not on there.
team here.
All right. Okay, well, you guys know who's on your team now.
Yes, we do.
Who's created the mind map?
I'm working on it.
Okay. And so you'll need to get with your team to get their email addresses so that you can share it. Now, I put up here an idea of a mind map that I would do for the projects. Who's got what does your mind map look like, Ron? The nodes.
What does it look like?
Yeah, just describe the nodes to me.
Okay, in the middle, we have, SPQR.
Right.
And then there's a, you click on it, we put an attachment on it, and then it's the description of SPQR,
Okay.
And then we have a couple issues like prisons versus school. So
Is that a node? What are the nodes?
It's no, huh?
Tell me a child node of SPQR.
I didn't hear you. So.
Tell me your first child node.
What's
it say? And start in the, let's go around clockwise. So the one that's closest
I can't really see it, so.
Why not?
Because we don't have internet.
Me neither.
The first one says Mayday.
Mayday?
Bless you.
It says Mayday.
Thanks.
And then it's got a paper clip.
Okay. And what is that? What's in the paper clip?
The link.
Okay. To Mayday. So what's another node?
That's cool.
We could make it.
That works.
I'm troubleshooting right now.
We have the most experience of all of us.
Oh, that's all right.
We're troubleshooting right now. But I have that guy behind prison bars that says X-Fellas.
Is that in the name of a node?
Yes, sir. It's called X-Fellas.
No, we're just trying to
Then
Right.
click on that.
without too many votes.
It has, we go into the attachment.
Right.
It has,
Did you get ready?
it has schools, how much, schools versus prisons. So that's like a child. School versus prisons, how much money we spend on
Okay.
educating kids and how much we spend on,
And now is that a subnode of this?
Yes, I'm working on it. It's going to be pretty tight.
Okay. What's another node?
Then I have an American flag,
TC.
and I think it's called vote to write or registration. And then I have, if there's an attachment, and on the inside it tells you about, our right to vote as Americans.
Is there a subnode of that node? Is there a child?
It's a parent. Or it's I don't know what they call it. Yeah.
Well, vote. Is there a child of the vote node?
Not yet.
Okay.
We're
Now,
working on it.
do you have another node? So I have 3 child nodes so far.
Right.
Mayday 1, ex-felons, and vote.
Right. And then we have some other stuff that Odie put on, but
Nodes?
I'm still not there yet. Yeah, he put nodes there.
Okay, Odie, what nodes did you put on?
I was just explaining the goal of the project.
Okay, so there's a node called goal?
No, right. The goal of our project is to get people to join.
No, but I just want to get the nodes.
Well, that's what's in the note.
That's what I wrote it.
Under what node?
Under SPQR, it was a child.
Yeah, I put that on the
Called
inside,
what?
remember?
What is that node called?
It ain't called nothing.
It's got to have something on the front of the node.
Director.
Yeah.
We're in the beginning stages. We just got the made out. Yesterday everybody was just throwing stuff on there, but now we're getting more organized and we're going to get that together
Okay.
through Hangouts.
All right. So how many nodes do you have? How many child nodes do you have on this?
We have about 4 or 5.
Okay.
You got 5.
Yeah.
5. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3. What's another one?
Registering to vote.
That's,
I have
that's the one.
What's another one?
You can make a difference vote.
Okay, you can make a difference.
That's got a paper clip too.
Okay, I just want to get the nodes. I want to get the thought process behind it. Okay, that's 4 nodes. Is there another node? Mayday, ex-felons, register to vote, you can make a difference.
And then, but when I was working on it, you said it needed a name for it. So
How can you have a node without a name?
Right. We're
I
working
wasn't
on
here the
that.
first day, so I
He
didn't
just wrote in
understand.
it. I got to get him on board.
What it says in the
Right.
note.
Yeah.
The goal of our project is to get people to join the
Okay, so that's goal. Oh, so it's this big long thing.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay. So Odie needs to just learn how to do an attachment.
right, and I'm working with.
And copy that, because you have a lot of stuff in the node. Okay. So yeah, I noticed yesterday a lot of people, well, not a lot, some people were having a lot of text in the nodes.
Right.
Okay, you want to try to avoid that, because this should be the snapshot of the mind map. Inside the nodes are all the details.
The attachments, right.
Okay, yeah.
Is there a way like you could put like a link inside the node?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can?
There's a link button on your edit bar. There's a link button.
Push on the guy with the prison.
So the thing to do is you copy the link, you push the link button, and then you paste it in there and you click add.
Right.
Okay. If you don't do it right, the link is going to show up in the attachment as opposed to as a link button.
Yeah, like if I wanted to put like mayday.us and a link to go to that website in the node.
So the best way to do it is you have mayday.us. Okay, you type that.
Right.
Then you select it.
Right.
Then, it's selected. Then you push the link button.
Where's that at?
It's up at the top where your edit keys are.
Yeah, it's in there. You got to go inside.
You might have to push the edit button.
You got to go into an attachment.
On the right side, there's a blue button that says edit. Okay. Then you have all of your controls pop up. One of them
Or you can
says link.
click.
Okay. So anyway, a box pops up that says enter URL or something like that. Right?
Right.
Okay. You paste the link in there.
Where do you see where it says enter? I'll see. Should I enter URL?
So you enter the URL.
Dave,
Going this way.
did Mark post one to you yesterday?
I don't want to do this.
Because he posted one to me.
Okay, I'm just,
I know how to put paper.
Okay.
I'm just
You see
curious.
this right here? It's right here. Right there. The second from the end. You paste the URL in there, then you click add.
And then that makes the what's in the node, the hyperlink.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what I would do. Board.com. I select it. I do that. Go through, I get the link.
What he said. They put the link into their
Copy. Paste. Yeah, so that's not the way to do it. This is supposed to be.
Yeah, but see, it doesn't make the actual node the hyperlink.
The hyperlink is not the node.
Right. I was wondering if you could like, because then it puts a paperclip on it and you open it up.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think you can make the node. Actually, it's good. Okay, so here's the question. Can you make the node a hyperlink? So I type the hyperlink in the node.
that's as far as I got. So
And it put a paperclip on it. Turned it into actually it's not a paperclip, it's a link. So I click it and it goes right there.
So I could just type like www.mayday.us.
So www.mayday.us. Hit enter.
Oh, okay, cool.
Now it's a hyperlink.
Oh, it automatically recognizes.
Now the goofy part about that though is you can have a very long hyperlink. And that's going to look goofy on your note. You're not going to know what it is. It would be good if there was a note.
You got a URL short.
Where? In here?
Well, no, not in here. There's one nowhere. But it doesn't give it, it just shortens it. It doesn't give it like a catchy little name.
So there's no link button. You can't have Mayday as a hyperlink. The node can be a hyperlink. So that should make it a lot easier.
What about if you go back down and edit?
Edit what?
See the way they would the hyperlink on it? Now, what if you edit it and you change it? No, never. Still be a hyperlink. They can make it Mayday.
Came right back.
So where is the hyperlink shortener?
You gotta type in GOO in the omnibus.
Oh, map.
Oh, and that's what it is. GOO
Goes back and forth. So
dot GL.
The next one on there.
No, not yet.
Okay, so here's something everybody should do, including in California. So this is a hyperlink shortener that Google has.
And the text and the elements on it too.
Okay. So what you want to do is type goo.gl in the omnibox. Then drag it down to your bookmarks bar.
What was the name of your picture?
GOO, it's like Google, goo.gl.
Says their names or.
I'm not even getting this. Okay, so that once more directed GOO.
goo.gl.
Dot.
Would we be able to do a CC?
Okay, so everybody back here, you can do that too. So go in your omnibox, be in Chrome, be on the internet. And the box up here, like goo.gl, that's a URL shortener. And this should be a tool that you use. Hey, Mike, can't eat at your desk.
I wasn't. That was so crap from earlier.
So type in Google.
goo.gl.
Oh, GO dot.
And drag that to your bookmarks bar so that you can always get there very easily and then edit it so it says URL shortener. So this will be a very handy tool. So now we won't have to ever have long URLs in anything.
How do you bring it?
You click on the little symbol, the icon in front,
This is what you were telling me about, Keith?
Yeah, see, share the table.
or you can double click and get the whole thing. It's easier if you just click and hold down on the thing that's in front. Okay, and then change the name to URL shortener. You don't need to have it say Google URL shortener.
How do you edit that?
Okay, now that isn't going to help us in our memory map. You know, if we have a very long link, and we put it in here as the name of the node, it's not going to help us because we're still not going to know what it means. Okay? But the other things that you do, shortening the hyperlink is a good thing to know and do.
What do you want to name it again?
URL shortening. Just take off, edit, and remove. At the front it says Google.
Yeah. Leave Google on there?
No, take Google off. Leave it where it says URL shortening.
How does it work again? Oh, sorry, so.
How does it work?
Yeah.
Well, a long hyperlink. Okay, so let's say.
Should be on your copy.
Okay, so here's a long hyperlink, right? Go to the URL shortening. Paste a long hyperlink in there. Short. It comes out the back.
You click on the details and show you the analytics.
And so show you how many times people get their stats and stuff. But here would be this short URL.
Whatever you have, download here.
So I would copy that the link address, right? And then I would paste it. So you see we did. We went from a very long URL link
Go to a chat.
to a short one that's only that long.
Right.
So if you're doing documents, you don't want to paste in something that looks like that. It just doesn't look right.
The chat is
Okay, what other questions do we have? Okay, so I put on the board a mind map that I would think of doing for the obligation, but this could be for anything. So you have your main node, your parent node is the name of the project. Then I would have a note of who are the team members.
But when you go back.
And then some child nodes on those would be each team member. Then I would have a node that said problem. And then another one that says solution. And then publication. And in publication, I would have child nodes in that. One for Twitter, one for Facebook, one for Google+, one for followers. Okay, so to me, this would be a good snapshot of what is this project. Okay, it's called the obligation. Who's on it? What's it about? What's the problem? What is the solution? And then what are we doing? You know, publication's not, I would change that to something better. But it might be the problem, solution, practice.
Did you all get it, Abel?
So maybe I would call this.
It's all right.
Oh, the shortener created, figured out little,
know how to do it.
little scanner thing.
I know how to do it now. Just,
You know, that little square thing you scan
So I
for.
might call that activities. Okay, so what does the project do? Well, we publish things on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and then inside of here, I would have a link to the Twitter page, a link to the Facebook page, a link to the Google+ page, and on that attachment, I would have the login information. How do I get onto Twitter? So we're not having to constantly try to remember how to do stuff. We just can figure it out. Then when I have my teams, I would have a connection So I would know which team member was doing which activity.
I just lost half the line there. What happened to it? Everything over here.
Okay.
vanished.
I hit backspace.
Oh, well, that works. That's all right.
Okay, now there should be an undo.
How do you undo that?
Is it under File,
Go to edit. Undo it.
Edit, Undo? Okay, so Ray, go to Undo.
Okay, we got it.
Oh, there we go. It came right back.
Okay,
Now I can go, I can know how to connect with you guys.
Oh, yeah, I mean, your picture came up.
okay, so how about, Brett, would you share with Larson.Gladius88 your mind map?
How can I get to you guys? I want to get it.
Please.
I'm here to figure out what time there. Huh? Which is that?
When we get, we should be getting
Like,
Gary on.
I got my
There's some,
yesterday, but I can't get, yeah.
that's me in the middle there.
W-O-O.
Saving right now.
R-U-F-F.
This is cool. I'm digging.
Your picture don't.
You got, you already had
P-H-Y-L-L-I-S.
Gmail?
Well, that's the site.
No, Gmail.
Who sent it to you?
Invino LTC?
Yeah.
Right, but this is only responding.
LTC, LB Invino, or what?
No, it's Vino, Larson Trains.
Maybe John did. Because John created the site too. Okay, so what is it going to look like?
That's the only one I'm getting.
What are you talking about?
Did you create a Gmail account?
Me?
I'm talking about this.
And I'm getting marks, but I'm not getting yours.
So,
Yeah,
Okay,
mine.
marks.
do you have,
You should be able to pull ours up.
do you have this?
No.
Okay, so John put this on here. This should be,
How do I find,
this is our logo.
what do
Oh, okay, that's the actual, mine's just for production.
Go to my Google Mail?
Yeah,
My website is set up.
I don't have, I sent you emails
I think that's
for
how
the
you gotta
web.
send it,
I
is
don't
to
have,
now.
editing rights to that site anymore, so I wasn't able to put that on
So we'll go back. So here's my incoming.
See, there's a.
I got you on it.
Did you send it to Larson.Gladius88 or Gmail?
No,
That's why I can't
It's still,
Oh, that-
there, session expired.
Hold up, Mike.
I see a me on there, but I see
Right,
my
I'm
marks.
getting there.
Can you send it here? How do you get all three in?
To Larson Gladius 88?
Yeah. I think I tried to send this.
Send what?
Our, Fritz, in Vito,
Okay.
Okay, what is it called?
Should be getting it.
Have you done it?
in Vito Bear.
Yes, I just sent you that.
Okay, we gotta start, right?
Dino. Wine. Okay, so I have one that says Phyllis.
Collaborators?
That might be
Yeah.
a click on it.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yes, he created the original ticket.
I don't get Phyllis, so.
Hey,
There we are.
No, that's not the.
That's not the right one. Oh, there it is.
Okay, so you click on that to undo the, hit the leave. You can do it in the bottom.
Get go on air, Phyllis.
Okay, good.
Go on air.
No. Or,
The chat.
or hangout. On Google Plus.
Oh, that's an old version. You changed the color.
I don't want it sold. This is my.
That's the one I got.
That's
the one I got.
I feel it. Come
See what happens when you know the most?
I know, right? Oh, there we go. I got it now.
Okay, so now what?
No, see all that.
All right.
Did you refresh? They want you to refresh?
I don't care about that.
Got it now.
The three of us.
Y'all gotta communicate.
Yeah, but
See,
where
look,
was that?
Okay, so this shows the team.
Who did that?
Well, it shows the function and the teams.
See, look, that's how we got to get ours.
Okay?
That's cool.
Ray ain't them.
See, that's like,
Hit the paperclip in the middle.
I did, I saw that. Okay, so that's a description. Okay, so now what could be good, what I would think would be a logical thing is for everybody to go in and put something what they're doing. Or the guys on this team.
I don't know if that's gonna work.
Well, that's why there's,
Motion team.
we already did that, there's a task run each one.
But who did this?
My name.
Well, I did the technical support one.
Do you see this?
Hey, Brett, didn't you do that? You didn't put Ray Sean's name in there.
Ray Sean was in there yesterday.
Very Sherry.
Huh?
Oh, my
No.
girl.
Who's that? Yeah, I don't even know what's up with that. All right.
Oh, I thought he was on.
Who's changing it? See, that's what we,
I don't
that's
know,
the
he just
thing with my thing. I had links and promotions to our website.
I don't know who's doing it.
He just left it there.
No, delete the.
So what he's saying, what,
Yeah, he's 19. Plus, is it?
Oh, my.
okay, so Norm,
Ray,
yeah,
Communication.
so Norm is adding stuff on
Ray,
here.
you can get in?
Yeah, I mean,
With editing.
Who else?
Okay, hold on.
No, I don't.
so my good way to do it.
That's not the same one.
So my question would be is how do you get the guest list and how do you get all that stuff?
What guest list?
Well, it says part of our job is to find out what the guest might need.
Yeah, so, well, that's the question, who's creating the guest list?
For what?
And so there needs to be a
How do
calendar.
we
He's part of it.
Send Mike.
You can't do it. They added me to it. I don't even know how to do none of this.
Well, let's see.
I just know how to change colors and notes. Yesterday when they were doing this, they weren't collaborating. They just were doing stuff.
we almost there.
Did you even learn it?
Somebody just put Sherry on.
Somebody's taking out links and stuff. I had links on their website.
Okay, so this is where Mike is, and this is where Norm is. Very good. And then I see that
Never say it.
Keith is in here. All right.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's why I was.
See what it is, what's theirs, you know, what is
That's
your
why,
email?
that's why we got on board.
LTCMD.org.
Figure out who's gonna do what.
Horace,
That's why I did that.
and it should pop up.
Everybody see what Mike's got.
No, I was nursing that.
Oh.
I didn't know,
Shannon, you're not on it yet? What?
Open up your email.
Your mind wants to. Go to your drive, go to income.
Okay,
All right, found it.
Gmail, we've got a Gmail account set up.
Click on sit.
Posting it on the website right now.
Okay, now, let's think about this. Brett,
Yeah.
should you have a email account versus create a Google community,
No, go
Google
down,
Plus
go down.
community or circle?
Okay.
Same thing
I
happened.
need the Gmail account to start that circle, but I need to name it so that I can keep the ownership rights with the name. Because if we leave,
Okay.
you still got it.
You don't want to share your knowledge, right?
Okay.
Correct?
You don't want to share your knowledge.
Add Mark. Mark's on our team too.
Now we can play with it
Somebody,
Yeah.
as a team.
Yep.
making noise.
All right, we can play with it as a team.
See what you're
Okay.
questions right here? You guys know something? It's like
Well,
Mark did,
Well, how about after my picture?
Because you can't see yourself. You know where you're at, but everybody else can see you.
I don't want to see.
Okay, so would somebody share that map? Phyllis, did you help them share, did you help Dave share his map with Larson.gladius88? Sure. Please.
There we go. Okay, now we
Did you
got all
send
of
that
us.
word? Did you send it? That, we posted the email address?
I'm posting it, it's on the, we're on production, where it says links.
Okay, so our technical team,
You're there. I'm gonna send you.
okay, my suggestion is that everybody should do what Norm is doing.
Refresh yours.
What is Norm doing?
Norm is putting notes under himself of what he's doing and what needs to be done.
Right.
If it, he should be labeled.
But you can't tell me.
Okay, well, yeah,
Burrows to
in
Storm.
your section, on your paperclip,
Okay.
put a link box so that you can link your, like you're doing for the ads and stuff.
Like my market, the marketing, you mean?
Yeah, because like I did, if you look on mine where I've got ours in production, I've got the production link to the production calendar, it'll pull up the calendar, our calendar.
Okay, good.
I don't think I've done that, right?
Did you refresh?
Yeah, I just did.
Well, it should be in here. Right underneath, it's on production, and it shows up right underneath rec. It says links.
See, this looks like Keith is in people do this.
Keith, who gave you this, Keith's big cartoon picture looks like the same, like him on the, kind of looks like.
Okay, this keeps telling me to save the mind map goal.
No, we don't want to do that.
It's not allowing me to save any place.
To save what?
Mind map.
It should be an auto save.
Oh, then there it is. Fresh one.
But it's not, you ain't got the links on it.
You talking to me? Phyllis, send him the thing. Morris, Neil.
Oh, you have it.
Well, under
No,
same
no.
ads, you should have Mind Map Gold Public, Mind Map Gold Private, and Google Drive.
And every time I go to mind map, it says save to mind map goal.
Okay, but why don't you push Google Drive?
I did save it to Drive,
Okay.
so then it should be there.
Yeah.
So then you guys gotta open it up in Drive. But I don't understand, maybe Phyllis has, whoever.
Yeah, that's like that.
Yeah, that's.
Of course.
Yeah.
What's your date? 9214, right?
9214.
You're on there.
No, I'm not.
What do you think
I can think of it right now. It may not even have anything to do with it. But
Yeah.
from what
Yeah, I don't got reason on that.
I'm gathering is
What's wrong?
they're gonna need
Whenever I try to go back to mind map, it doesn't let me go there.
When you get a minute.
Oh, here we go, we got a problem.
What?
This map is too large for anonymous mind map storage. Map's large to the one.
Right, okay, so, okay, so you're not in the right place, because Anonymous is trying, it's not going, saving to your drive.
So it's gotta say to one person's drive with a name.
Well, maybe it needs to save to Phyllis. Maybe the owner has to be the one to save it officially. Because when you start Mind Maps, it says you can save it to the public anonymously. Is one of the choices.
We don't wanna do that.
Right, but what he just got an error message that said you can't save a file this large anonymously. You don't want to be saving anonymously. You want to have Phyllis try to
Okay, well, I would save it privately to gold.
not to gold.
Why, because of the
I
problem with
think
that?
gold is a paid.
Oh, that's the problem.
We don't need a paid.
Save it in public, so it doesn't cost us money.
Go to open.
Coordinate with all teams.
Video.
Does she have to re-invite us?
That's what I see.
What's wrong now?
That may not be-
You gotta save your account. You have to save it.
Try it. Just try saving and see if that.
But now to go in.
Look, the mine one?
Yeah. File's too big, you can't save anonymously. You gotta save it under your name. Gold and not in gold though, but in public form.
I think it saves it individually.
I gave it this one.
Well, that would mean it would be saved in your drive, not in incoming.
No, that's what it's saying, Terry. That's our mine month got too big for the free version.
No, it's was for the anonymous storage. Anonymous is different.
Okay, now, see, look, it's now asking me for a license. We gotta give it a license and a name.
Okay, let me get where you are.
Well, yeah, can you come see what I'm looking at right now?
That's my month.
I thought I tried to save it.
Exactly. That would be the blue one.
No.
No, that's still mine but gold. You're still in gold. I want to go to mine month.
I'm gonna go to Google.
But it
That's probably
looks
where I
like
like
you need gold.
Okay, so what is it, which one am I doing in Dino Veritas, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's trying to steer you in a way that you start paying money for
Yeah,
it.
it's still not up there.
What is that?
Scroll down. Is links on there at the bottom? Yeah, see, that's not 1046 on my drive. See, that just
Okay.
says my Google Drive.
Save options.
Okay,
Well,
so
then-
I'm on here now. Brett, what are you trying to do? Save this?
Yeah.
Save it all into an account without, I guess. Now go up to the save button on the far right.
You want public, right?
Keep it public,
No,
right?
public is still gold though. If you read it, it's gold version public or gold version
Okay,
private.
watch what I do. File, save as, Google Drive.
Okay, that's to the drive on our machine.
No, that's the Google Drive. This one, save as,
Oh, it's just the size of the
uh,
Right.
But see, Greg got
Google
changed.
Drive is offline. That's on the cloud.
Right.
I understand. I got it all.
All right.
But it's saving it, when I save it from my machine, it's
No,
saving
yeah.
it to my drive.
All right. So you
Not
got
to
stuff
the
on the
public.
edges that we can't. I think that's what happened to Horace. Wherever he saved it at, that was the last time it saved, and all the changes.
And it it says that when a file reaches over 100 kilobytes, you have to upgrade to
Yeah,
Google.
look at this. This gives you complete set of instructions.
Well-
That's where they start asking for this. Price, access.
Okay, wait, why is it saying it when I'm saving?
Because I added stuff.
No, but it's, I don't have a problem.
Oh, I can save it to the drive.
So that's why I got it.
It's on my drives. It's on my drive.
But the changes that he made, you aren't seeing those. His new changes. Because he got links to the websites up there that aren't showing up there, and I'm not.
So let me do that. File, import.
Oh,
So we can have
you're done.
1046 is the last one.
Thank you.
Brett, yeah,
I
I'm
have
doing it right now.
1048.
Brett, you know how you added yourself back to production, right?
Oh, okay.
I refreshed and it's still not there.
Exactly my point.
Dave, are we,
Okay. So I'm looking at importing from Google Drive.
Yeah. And it should be 1050.
There's one
There it is, right there.
right here.
Okay, so you got,
Director, his changes aren't showing on mine either.
We got the same thing twice.
Well, what Brett is saying is he can't save it.
No, it's saved. I got it.
Like, you know how he just made changes to his?
Okay, have you collaborated
yeah, everybody's doing it.
Everybody's been
on
doing it.
yours?
Somebody.
But, well, people collaborated on hers, right? Now, is yours
Now we got
shared?
a big mess.
Mine shit.
The one you just saved that Phyllis can't see. Maybe, Phyllis, you need to go to incoming. But we're at the end of class, guys.
Yes. So when I do that, even when I go to share, it still kicks me back to Google Gold. It says gold.
all right, I'm learning.
So we will look at that later. But it's break time. California, were you guys making progress?
Oh, here we go.
What?
Yeah. Google Drive page, very shareable link.
California, are you there? Over.
Yes, we're here, Ed. We are making progress. Thank you.
Okay, we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Everyone, bye.
Bye.